When you think about the best pet in Hypixel skyblock, usually the golden dragon or inner dragon pet come to mind. However, there is another pet that in my opinion is really good and way too underrated. Not only is this pet a great late game pet, its epic variant also allows for powerful mid game with high DPS and great utility, and all for a rather cheap cost. This is the pet that everyone should be using, yet almost nobody does. Ladies and gentlemen, may I present to you the Phoenix pet. The rarest pet in the game. The epic variant of the Phoenix pet has a 1 in 6 million chance of dropping when killing a mob, lowered to 1 in 30 million for the legendary version. The insanely low drop rates make this pet almost impossible to drop for the average player. Despite the incredible drop rates though, this pet is still considered weak and not suitable compared to more meta pets. Many cite it's useless because perks like being able to fly on your island and keeping coins on death are easily replaceable by a booster cookie. However, the true potential of this pet is insane, so much that in my opinion, it should be the second best pet in the game, only to the legendary golden dragon, which is first. Let us take a look at the Phoenix pet. At level 100, it offers 60 strength and 150 intelligence. While this seems average, these bonus stats actually directly outcompete the Baby Yeti, a common berserker combat pet, stats of 40 strength and 75 intelligence. Also, it gives more intelligence than the sheep pet, and more strength than the inner dragon pet. Next, let us take a look at the Phoenix's first perk, Rekindle. And it's exactly as it sounds. It saves you from dying, and it also actually heals you back half your HP. One part that is too heavily overlooked is in Arceus when the admins actually reduce the cooldown of this ability from 3 minutes to 1 minute, making it much more powerful than it was 2 years earlier. This revivability increases your effective health by more than 50% due to the ability to heal back half your HP, and perhaps even more due to the 4 seconds of invincibility it offers upon activation. Just imagine having to go in a fight without the fear of dying because you have the perk active. This can also easily turn around a boss fight, be the difference in you completing or filling that Slayer, or allow your team to get that S+ by not dying. Next, let us take a look at the 4th Strike perk. This allows you to do 15 times your critical damage. While this perk isn't as great for high base damage builds, those that highly utilize the critical damage statistic can expect to do as much as 3 times more damage on their 4th strike, which is a great bonus when doing Slayers, especially for those in the early game. Finally, let's take a look at the last 2 perks, which are only available for the legendary variant. The first one allows you to permanently fly on your island, while the last one allows you to not lose any coins when you die. While these perks may seem like a rip-off booster cookie, it is important to remember that booster cookies are not cheap. Keeping booster cookies for anything longer than 2 months already becomes a much more expensive option. Phoenix pets are great, and they can be a really great convenience for late game players, as well as a considerable combat advantage for a really cheap cost for earlier game players. Level 1 epic Phoenix pets go for about 5 million coins, which is easily affordable to most players. No matter which game stage you are in, a Phoenix pet should be something to heavily consider due to just how useful it is. Did you know that you can upgrade an epic Phoenix pet to a legendary Phoenix pet for about 70 million coins? If it's high level, and it actually turns out to be profit. I will be doing this in a future video, and I'll also be getting this pet to level 100 legendary, so subscribe and stay tuned.